Hey guys, it's Ep13 and welcome back to episode 13 of my Tottenham career mode. Now today's episode will be finishing off the January transfer window in today's episode, hopefully. We're going to be playing this game against Chelsea in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. It's the second leg. We won the first leg 3-1, got ourselves 3 away goals, and hopefully going to try and get through to the final in today's episode. Some other big matches to play as well. We've got a game against West Ham in the Emirates FA Cup to play, and also a game against Man United as well. So 3 different competitions to play in this episode. 3 games in 1 week. It's going to be tough, but it's going to really test the team, I think. So looking forward to that in today's episode. Before we go any further, though, I'd appreciate you dropping a like on today's video and also subscribing if you haven't already as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic as we push towards 20,000 subscribers. Let's crack on with this game against Chelsea to kick things off. Let's take a look at the team. Jack Bolland in goal. Got Klein, Dyer, Stones and Rose at the back. Gareth Bale, Henderson, Milner, Rashford, Lingard and Kane also playing here as well. And we're also waiting on Lloris, who could potentially be sold to Real Madrid after this game. So we'll wait and see exactly what happens in that deal. But for now, let's crack on with the game. Okay, here we go. Semi-final here against Chelsea. Look forward to this game. We played well in the first leg. I was disappointed that we conceded so late on. And we have got ourselves 3 away goals. So we're in a good position, but certainly it's not over. There's a lot of game time still to be played here. And let's just hope we don't allow Chelsea back into this fixture. Henderson into Lingard. Back to Henderson. Oh, big save from Courtois. Great start to this game. Testing them already. Out for a corner. 5 minutes in, and it's going to be Jordan Henderson to deliver into the box. There'll be an outswinger, and Courtois will catch it really well, to be fair. Jesse Lingard to shoot, and Lingard scores. What a hit that is from Jesse Lingard. It's a fantastic strike into the back of the net, and inside 12 minutes we've taken the lead here. It's 1-0, 4-1 aggregate. Jesse Lingard hits it so well, and it flies into the top left-hand corner, and we're in front here. Decided to play him that centre-attacking mid-position, which is more in his position, rather than on the right-hand side in this game, and already has shown that he's got the quality to sort of hit it from this range, which is pretty impressive. Nice bit of link-up play there with Harry Kane, who gets himself an assist. And like I say, it's good that we're in front now, and it gives us a bit more of a lead over the opposition. Counter-attack here with Rashford. Really strong run from him, still going, running at the Chelsea defence. No one's closing him down. Rashford could have easily made that 2, but Courtois pulls off a great save. And Chelsea very, very lucky there. We should really make that 2-0. Chance here for Gareth Bale. He's got the legs here over the left back. Gareth Bale shoots on his right foot, and now it is 2-0. 5-1 aggregate with double that lead. And it's really quick play from us once again. They just can't handle the pace of Gareth Bale down this right-hand side. It's on his weaker foot as well, but he still scores past Courtois. And we've given the warning signs before that we're going to get the second goal, but this time it does go in, which is great for us. Extends our lead even further, which is fantastic. Now puts us 5-1 up. You would have thought we should go through to the final now. Lingard hits it. Oh, what a save from Courtois. Just thought I'd have a go. Lingard seems to be in good form in this game at least anyway, and so I just thought I'd have a go there. Again, testing the goalkeeper. We've had 6 or 7 shots now, and we are really bombarding them with opportunities. They've had 0, which just shows how one-sided this game really is. Gareth Bale will deliver this corner in. Can we find anybody? Again, cleared away at the front post. Turned by Rashford. That has to be a penalty. Referee's not giving anything. Lingard keeps hold of it. Ball goes into Kane. Big save by Courtois once again. I don't know how the referee's not giving a penalty there. Surely that was a bad foul on Rashford. We got ourselves a corner. Could have probably scored another goal there, to be honest, but it's a good save by Courtois. Ball will get whipped in here by Jordan Henderson. Anyone for a flick on? No, just cleared away easily. That's it, still 2-0 at half-time. Really impressed with how we got on. 5-1 aggregate as well at the moment, so really happy with how we're doing. Chelsea have really not done anything. They had 1 shot towards the end of that first half, and as you can see the stats, very one-sided. So let's try and improve the possession a little bit more. Hopefully just go and score some more goals. Go on Rashford. Oh, over the bar. Hits it so well. Fortunately though, does go over the bar there. Good little 1-2 with Harry Kane, but it doesn't come to anything more than that. Harry Kane over to Rashford. This has to be 3. What are we doing? He's at the bar. Rashford could have had a hat-trick at this point. Such a good chance for him there. Should have been 6-1. Fortunately though, saved. Chelsea was saved by the bar. That's about it. Henderson. Easy as that. Easy as that. 3-0, 6-1 aggregates. Jordan Henderson just blasting them in like a Steven Gerrard. And it's a hell of a strike, is that. What a hit that was from very, very far out. He's done it again. It's not for the first time either. And he's absolutely smashed that one into the back of the net. 3-0. No chance that Courtois was ever going to be able to get to that one. And it's good play from us once again. Harry Kane heavily involved. Gets another assist as Harry Kane. He plays that role so well as the striker. He barely scores for us, but he gets himself loads of assists, so I can't really complain. He's heavily involved in the way that this team works. And Henderson there just hits it really, really well. Courtois should probably get there, to be honest, but I'm not complaining. Go on, Bale. Hit the back post. Rashford will take a touch, shoots, saved again. Thought we were going to have an own goal there. That would be nice, but unfortunately it's headed over the bar. 9 minutes to go. I think we'll make a couple of changes here. Doesn't make a huge difference, but I think we will just make sure we don't get anyone sent off. So all three changes, Maddison, Gray and Sessegnon to come on. We'll take off Rashford, Gareth Bale and Lingard. And we'll just freshen the legs up to the final 9 minutes and try and get a corner in and hopefully add to the scoreline still. James Milner to deliver this one into the box. It's another terrible corner. Our corners have been useless in this game. Luckily we've been okay from everywhere else. Go on. Has to be Gray to score. He's dragged that one wide. Oh. We could be probably at 7-0, really. We should be at 7-0. Gray into Maddison. Chance for a final goal maybe here. James Maddison to shoot. It's straight at Courtois. Harry Kane will follow up, but an easy save there for Courtois. I think it's now going to finish at 3-0. Unfortunately, not quite able to add to the scoreline. We could have quite easily had loads more goals. It just hasn't quite happened. Not quite managed to finish those chances. And I think it might stay at the scoreline. Yep, finishes 3-0. Really impressed with how it got on. If I'm correct in saying, I don't think Chelsea had a shot in the second half. I'm pretty sure. We'll wait and see at the stats now, but it was very one-sided once again in that second half. And yeah, they didn't have a shot. So 15 shots, 10 on target. This is what legendary is like. This is what having the sliders in favour of the opposition is like. It's still not really difficult enough for us, but there we go. We're just going to keep it this difficulty now for the rest of the series. 6-1 aggregates. We're into the final. That's against Man United, so that should be an interesting final for the Carabao Cup and an opportunity for us to win some silverware. Okay, so a couple of days before West Ham. Let's try and get Lloris sold and maybe we can sign Sterling. I think it might be a bit of a stretch. Okay, he's not being sold yet. That's not good. Player returns to injury though. Dele Alli's coming back. I'd sort of forgotten he was injured, really. But yeah, he was out for 3 weeks, to be fair. Hence why Lingard played the last game. So he's come back, which is good. I don't think we're going to hear back from Lloris just yet. Okay, let's go with this game now. The next match we have come up against West Ham in the Cup. This is the team we're going to go with. Loads of changes. Luckily, we've got the players to make those changes now. Jack Butland in goal. Kieran Trippier, Lascelles, Evans and Tierney at the back. Then we've got Gray, right mid, Winks, Kearney, Sessegnon and Maddison midfield. Danny Ings starting up front. Eric Dyer, Klein, Henderson, Lingard, Milner, Bale and Harry Kane all on the bench. Let's go with things. Let's try and get ourselves into the next round of the FA Cup. We've got Man United in 4 days' time, I think it is, in the league. So we've got to also think about that game as well as resting players for the previous match. Okay, we go at the London Stadium for this game against West Ham. Let's try and get through into the next round of the FA Cup. Obviously, we're still in all competitions at the moment, so happy with how we're doing, considering that the squad that we've had for most of the season. But it's going to be a bit of a test for us, I think, this game, with having to make so many changes. No. Oh, don't mess this up. What are you doing? What's going on? Losing the game 1-0. West Ham take the lead. Jean-Mario scores a little tap in there at the back post. Inside 22 minutes, it's their first shot that they've had and they've scored it. So it's just not good enough. We should stop the cross coming in. And even when the cross does come in, we should be able to get to the back post there. But Lascelles is in no man's land. And I don't even know what the right back is. Where the hell is the right back? So yeah, a bit of a mess at the back there for us. Very disappointing, and quite rightly we concede from that. Maddison, still going. 1-1, easy as that, straight from kick-off. And we've managed to equalise. James Maddison with a fantastic goal, actually. A few fake shots in there, gets a little bit fluky at one point, but we'll take it. It bounces up for him really nicely, and he scores 24 minutes into this game. And we're back at level terms. We made that look easy. Harry Winks, going to line up a shot. Oof, dipped a lot, wow. Was not expecting that to be anywhere near as close when it first left his foot, but it got very, very close towards the end of the shot. Unfortunately, still over the bar though. Tierney going to go for a cross. There's a few people in the box there. Oh, what a header that was from Demarai Gray. Fantastic header actually, but unfortunately couldn't quite beat Adrian. It's half time, it's 1-1 still. Disappointed really to have conceded a goal. West Ham have still only had one shot, I think. So yeah, a little bit frustrated by that, but we are going to hopefully try and get in front in this game. We really should be at this point anyway, but we are going to keep going and I'm sure we'll get a second goal. Oh, what a pass that is to Gray. Gray's still going, you have to shoot himself and it goes in. Just has enough power to get it past Adrian into the back of net, 2-1, and for the first time we're in front in this game. I started to worry about the dreaded replay, but luckily I think we might just be able to miss out on that if possible, by hopefully winning. 22 minutes to go, we are going to make a couple of changes here now just to freshen things up, now we're in front. Okay, so just the one change for now, James Milner coming on, that means to take off Tom Kearney, and we'll go with that for the final 22 minutes. Into the 92nd minute, goalkeeper's coming up for the final corner of the game, got to make sure we defend this properly. Adrian's up, let's just try and clear it, please. Get it straight out, there we go. Referee's got to blow his whistle, come on. Unless I can win this back and I'll take a third goal. West Ham still have it through Antonio here. Got to try and win it back if we can. The ball goes in. Well, punched away. Panicked there for a second. But that's it. into next round. 2-1 victory against West Ham. Should have been much more comfortable than it was, but again, we didn't really take our chances, unfortunately, in that first half. But still enough to go through. Okay, so maybe let's take a look at now. Hopefully Lloris is gone. It seems like it. Yes, he has. £44 million we get from that, because of the £50 million deal that we got agreed with Real Madrid. Eriksen, bid in for Man United. Okay, this is more like it. This is what I wanted. £85.3 million. We struggled in the last episode with Barcelona not wanting to go to 90. I think Man United might be more willing to go to 100, which is what I'm hoping to try and get for him. So we've got money in for Lloris, and now hoping to get money in for Eriksen as well. It's just how far we can push United on this, and I'm hoping we can get 100. Bearing in mind he is transfer listed as well, so that's going to make it a little bit more tricky for us to get that sort of money. And they've just matched it. Okay, Marino's having 100 million there for Eriksen, and that might well be another deal done for us very late on in this transfer window. Another bid coming in for Danny Rose. I don't see any need to sell Danny Rose at all. We obviously did get rid of our previous left back that we had a couple of episodes ago now, was it? Ben Davis, that we got rid of for 40 million, but there's no need to sell Rose. I'm happy just to reject that one. Okay, so we still can't really afford Sterling. He's going to be about £50 million plus all the other sort of add-ons for his contract, so we have to wait on that deal for Christian Eriksen a little bit longer, unfortunately, but hopefully that deal will get done for Sterling in today's episode. We'll do some play drills first of all, then we'll sim a few days, and hopefully we can sell Eriksen. Okay, Eriksen hasn't been sold before the United game, so we have to play the United game first. A loan offer for Kyle Walker-Peters from Blackburn. No real need for me to loan him out, so yeah, I'm just going to reject that. Then Kieran Trippier, bidding for him. This is interesting. From Napoli. Another case of not really being interested in this one at all. Reject that offer. Trippier will be staying with us. Klein might still be off as part of a separate deal, possibly, to bring in Kyle Walker. It's not a priority, but if we have enough money, then it'll probably happen. But for now, I think Trippier will certainly be staying. Okay, final game of today's episode. This is the team going to go in for the game against Man United. A massive match, of course. Jack Butler's starting in goal. Klein, Dyer, Stones and Rose at the back. Then we've got Gareth Bale, Henderson, Kearney, Rashford, Lingard and Harry Kane. The bench looks like this, very strong. Dele Alli's still recovering from his injury, so he just about gets on the bench here. Lascelles, Trippier, Winks, Milner, Ali, Sessegnon and Ings on there. Let's go with the game. Let's try and get ourselves another 3 points. Hopefully another victory in today's episode as well. It's something I'll be really happy with. We're miles ahead at the top of the league table, so hopefully we can extend that here. Currently 19 points in front of second place West Brom. Man United even further behind, a good sort of 25 points, I think. Okay, here we go. Final game of today's episode, a league match. It's our third different competition to play in today's episode, and hopefully we're going to come away with a victory here in this game. And yeah, pretty strong team we got out, so looking forward to hopefully a strong performance. No, don't do this to us. 1-0, we've conceded first once again, and I don't really know where it's come from, but it's the first shot, I think, of the game. Eric Lamela scored. A player that we obviously sold to Man United, scoring against us here. A good finish, to be fair to him, on his left foot. Just unfortunate how this goal comes about. It's a long ball we don't deal with well enough there. Danny Rose, who's very weak. Stones should then flatten him. We do eventually flatten him, but it's too late. And he gives Man United the lead there. 7 goals for him so far this season. It's a great free kick position as this. Gareth Bale over the free kick. Hopefully he can get it up and over the wall as well. Bale to shoot. And oh, it was on target, but David De Gea saves it. Actually, well, not a bad free kick in the end. Fortunately, didn't quite go in. Rose trying to pick out Harry Kane. There's also Bale arriving and he scores as well. Gareth Bale levels it for us. It's now 1-1. Fantastic diving header at the back post. And 22 minutes in, we've managed to equalise here against Man United. Impressed with the ball in, actually. I was always supposed to hit Harry Kane, but Kane, as usual, in the wrong position. He goes far too near the front post. Much rather than drop back a little bit further, but allows Gareth Bale some space to run into anyway, and he scores and equalises 1-1. Is he onside? I think he actually is as well. Chance for United, and they've scored from that. Such a bizarre goal. It's 2-1. They find themselves back in front. And I think it's Lamela once again. It's just an interception from Pogba. Plays it to Lukaku as part of that interception. Then suddenly it's in the back of the net. Very strange goal. That's it then for the first half. 2-1 Man United going into the half-time break losing, which is not something that's happened too often so far this season. Still believe in the team that we've got out, though I think we should have enough in this team to be able to get something from the game. It's just how quickly we're able to do that, and whether it's going to be a win or a draw. Great ball through. Henderson, is he onside? I think he is. It's 2-2. We've managed to equalise. Jordan Henderson gets it. And we got ourselves back in level terms once again. Taking us 15 minutes in the second half. We've looked like the better team so far, and hopefully now we can go on to win the game. Bale into Kane. Oh, big deflection there. Harry Kane not getting a goal so far in this episode, but good chance for him there. and unfortunately for him was blocked by Antonio Valencia. How the hell was this guy scored against us? I don't even know who he is. He's probably a 16-year-old that I've never heard of. Zach or someone has just scored against us. It's now 3-2. We've conceded 3 goals, this United team. Frustrating one for us. 20 minutes left of this game. I've literally no idea who this kid is. It's a good ball through, but I guess who it is, it's Danny Rose once again that makes the mistake. It's always his side, isn't it? I don't think that's a coincidence. Every single time. Okay, first 2 changes, Dele Alli and Kieran Trippier to come on. We'll take off Danny Rose and we'll also take off Lingard as well. Dele Alli's obviously been a big miss for us since getting injured. He's scored loads of goals for us this season, so hopefully he's going to come on and return from his injury with hopefully a couple of goals. 20 minutes really to score 2 goals. Sassion coming on, we're going to take off Rashford now. 5 minutes to go. Running out of time. Might be a loss here for us, just our 2nd of the season. Okay, I need to deliver this one into the middle. Gareth Bale's in there. Headers, it's straight out to here. Well played. Kane wins it back. This has to be the goal. No! Such a big block there. Who was that? Matic. Fantastic block. I think that's probably going to be it now for this game. Yep, lost the match 3-2. Like I said before, only our 2nd loss in the league this season. Didn't really deserve to lose, I don't think. Probably should have been a draw. Maybe more. I'll have a look at what the stats say, but certainly disappointed that we conceded 3 against this United team. Didn't feel like they had loads of chances, but they just took them. We didn't. Yeah, 12 shots, 8 on target for us, only 2 goals, whereas they had 4 shots, 3 on target, scored all 3. But luckily we are miles ahead in the league title race, so it doesn't matter that much. We will move on now to transfer deadline day. 10 hours to go through here. Hopefully we'll get through all 10 hours, seeing a few players depart. Eriksen in particular, waiting for him to be sold, and he has finally left. £89 million added on to transfer budget, and a bid in here for Danny Rose, but not even interested in replying. Okay, so now about £125 million to spend. Going to try and bring in Raheem Sterling if we can. Hopefully about 50 million. We'll submit 50 million, see what they say to that. Wow, his price has gone up a lot since we last spoke to them at the start of the window. 55 million maybe? Come on. Why is it going up to 71? I agreed a deal for £50 million at the start of the window, now it's 71. 60 million? Are we going to get anywhere with this? Yes? Oh, come on. What was wrong with 60 million? Okay, so Man City are going to stall us on that, which is not helpful. Okay, we're going to make a move for Chris Smalling, I think, in this transfer window as well. Unfortunately, we can't bring in Harry Maguire because he's recently joined Leicester. I also wanted to try and bring Kyle Walker, but he's recently joined Man City, so can't sign either of those 2 guys, unfortunately. We are going to move for Chris Smalling, though, just so we have an extra centre-back, and so we don't have to play Johnny Evans as much. £17 million, let's see if we can get a deal agreed. Yeah, that's a fair offer, good. Because I think they're currently negotiating with, was it Valencia possibly? Not Monaco. Okay, so we'll offer him 150 grand a week, 4-year contract, see what he says. It was 110, but an appearance bonus as well. Move the bonus, submit 110, see what he wants. Now 130, sign out bonus as well, and we'll just accept that. And Chris Smalling will join us. Just wanted to get another centre-back in, really. Chris Smalling, obviously not really used for England, but he's a good overall on this, and so I thought I'd bring him in for that reason, really. Waiting now on the Raheem Sterling deal, I think that'll probably be us done at that point. But yeah, as you can see, Chris Smalling joins us, 82 overall, and really looking forward to having him in the team. Whether he starts or not, I'm not really too sure, but certainly based on overall, he should be a starting centre-back. Okay, so they've come back and said unacceptable for Sterling. They want a transfer fee of 71.2. Because we have no one else to sign, we may as well just go ahead with it. I think we should just go and accept it. It's not a great deal for us, but we are going to accept this offer, and we're going to now try and negotiate a contract with Raheem Sterling. Okay, let's offer him 200 grand a week, 5-year contract currently as well. Let's see what he says to that. Is he happy? Yes, he joins. Raheem Sterling is now a Tottenham player. Paid a lot more than I was hoping to get him for. Obviously, we had a £50 million deal agreed before, but that didn't end up happening. But now he does join us. Luckily, he's the only player that I really want to sign, I think, left in this window. 85 overall, really happy with signing him, and it's going to be fantastic to use him in-game. How he's going to get in the team, I'm not really too sure. There's a lot of players competing for the winger positions. But it's good to have more players than we need, which is something we've not had for most of the season. He'll get into the team somewhere, whether it be on the left or right-hand side. He can also play down the middle as well, so there'll be plenty of options for us. But yeah, the team's looking much stronger now. Happy with that signing. I think that's probably going to be the last one of the window, although we are going to end the episode here, so we are going to end the episode with a few hours left on the transfer window in case there are any more suggestions that you guys leave. But like I say, can't sign Ramsey, can't sign Kyle Walker, can't sign Maguire, unfortunately. So we've probably got all the best players, really. But anyway, that is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd appreciate you dropping a like on this video and subscribing if you haven't already as well. And I'll see you guys next time for another episode. Goodbye.